I'd like to welcome you to our premises today. For most of you, in terms of the participants, this is not our first engagement. We've gone through the training of Blazing Trails. There were aspects about it that was on mentorship. And so we felt we needed to deepen that engagement. And that is the reason why we are gathered here today for the career clinic. You've been out there for almost 3 months, 6 months, for some people 7 to 8 months. What has happened after the period? What has been the challenges you are facing? And if you are seeing the array of people in front here, you can know that there are great and very, very rich resources available in this room today for you to tap into. To be able to now look at the people we all aspire towards and say, what can I learn from these people? What is it that I'm going through now that I could share with somebody as a mentor and say, try and help me with it? And so it's going to be a lot of interactive session. Use it to create the network and opportunities available and ensure that you build what it takes to attain or achieve your dream. We wish you all the best for today and do have a great day. Thank you.
I bring you greetings from Barclays Bank on behalf of our acting MD, the head of corporate affairs and the human resources team. We are very happy to be part of this program and to talk about Barclays' vision for young graduate entrepreneurs using the Barclays and British Council partnership in the Blazing Trails partnership as a case study. We'd like to congratulate British Council again for coming up with this brilliant program, which is aimed at equipping you and preparing you with skills that would enable you to have a bright future. Barclays believes that our young people, the next generation, need to be equipped with skills that will help them have a brighter future. The Barclays Citizenship Agenda, also popularly known as Corporate Social Responsibility, focuses on 3 key skills development for young people. 1, financial skills, enterprise skills, and life skills. All these are expected to empower you and prepare you to contribute positively to your own development and to the communities in which you belong. Lastly, however, a lot also depends on you, young people, and we encourage you, Barclays encourages you this morning to take advantage of all the opportunities such as this to enhance your skills to secure a better future. Thank you.
I share the opinion that the idea of graduate unemployment is a lie. I don't believe in it. I rather would think there's employment, but people are not looking for the jobs around them. I very much am convinced that the concept of graduate unemployment is over-exaggerated.
My experience in this short life has taught me something very simple. In each of us is a seed of risk. Coming here is a risk. You must have joined a cab, you must have walked a certain distance to come here. It's a risk. But how much risk you can take as a person depends on you. Those who are taking big risks are making big gains and big losses when the risks fail. So you see, every one of us has in him or her some seed. You can do something to yourself. What are you doing to yourself? You can be better than I am. And I challenge you, you can in just a short period of time. Think about it. Go out there and outdo yourself. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're here because you want to be better than who you are right now. And that is a very important thing. You're here not because you want to be like somebody else. And that is why the blazing trail is so important. Because you're going to start something new. You're going to chart a path that has not been charted before. That is what blazing a trail is all about. And when you begin charting that course, you want to do it with a lot of passion, a lot of power, a lot of consistency. You want to be someone who doesn't give up easily. Life is filled with obstacles. I think without obstacles, life would be very boring. And so obstacles are your stepping stones. They become the stepping stones that enable you to get to where you're going. Or occasionally you feel, oh my goodness, is it even necessary? Of course it's necessary. Others did it. That's why you're here. And so, you too have to do it, because others have to benefit from all that you have been given. Success is a given when you're a child of God. You have to recognize that success is part of your life. But success can also come in different ways. So, I'll get another time to speak. I'll leave it here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you decide to strive for something, no one can stop you. And whatever I have applied is in my brains. You lock me up, you don't take anything away from me. Over 24 hours, I've been through so many places and I'm standing here. Woke up at 5 a.m., didn't feel like driving, took a taxi to Movenpick Hotel for a breakfast meeting with 100 corporate managers. And when I finished, I worked from Movenpick and I came here. I'm in business. Somebody would have given an excuse. Please, don't make excuses.
My name is Constance Swanika.
Well, my name is Mike. I'm sure you know. I own a firm called the Beige Group.
Joyce Ayi is my name. I'm a management and communications consultant.
My name is Sonny Senaya, and I'm a shoemaker with Horseman Shoes.
My name is Francis Baham Damka, Premier Life Branch Manager at Barclays Bank Ghana Limited.
They're just common sense. Common sense. They're not written in any model. Coming to work early, doing things on time, general drive, the drive to exceed people's expectations. Computer skills we consider are soft skills for this matter. I believe that all of you have email accounts and you browse and you do WhatsApping and all of that. But I wonder how many of you are good with general Excel? How many of you are good with Microsoft Word? How many are good with PowerPoint? It will amaze you that as employers, when we hire people, we spend about a whole year training people to be able to produce information in Excel. And so the question that brings to me is, must I teach you to generate a set of financials in Excel, and then after you tell me how skillful you are? That's the bane of many employers. You see, so how much are you learning? How much are you adding to yourself as an individual beyond what has been taught you in the classroom? I look forward to drive when I'm employed, when I'm interviewing. And there are times I'll conduct an interview by just taking a walk with you on the company premises, just see how you conduct yourself. Ask you some basic questions and see how you react. And I could give you a very hard task, and I'm only requiring you to say, this one doesn't look like it's possible. Let me see what comes out of you. Don't be that stereotyped. Soft skills, anything other than what is taught you in the classroom is something that I place a lot of emphasis on.
You need people skills. Do you respect yourself enough to respect somebody else? How do you even speak to somebody who's your boss? I'm not saying, start groveling. But how do you speak to that person? How about your own colleagues? How do you interact with them? You can't network if you don't have people skills. And that's very important. That too is not taught in the classroom. And how to groom yourself, that's also a soft skill. Grooming yourself. How you carry yourself speaks a lot. That's important. and how you come across, a certain level of self-confidence. I'm not talking arrogance, self-confidence. You know who you are. If you carry yourself well, your nose may be crooked, your forehead may be big, it doesn't matter. You stand out and you know me. Best thing that ever walked on God's earth. Thank you.
These skills are not taught, but then you can learn them. Like the communication she mentioned, you can read, you also look at what people are doing. You listen to people, you watch good programs, you listen to the BBC, expressions, you write them down, and you practice. You practice. Then you acquire those soft skills, and before you realize, you even acquire them without even you knowing. People will just be complimenting you on that. When I started, I didn't know anything, but now I have to learn how to dress properly. When you meet big boys, you know how to behave. The questions to ask, you don't go and Jack, what's up?
It's quite difficult for you to say this exactly is my dream job and therefore this is what I'm dying to become. I call myself today a businessman. 10 years ago, I'll tell you I'm an accountant. In 10 years from now, I wouldn't know what I will be.
Exactly.
But I am doing my best wherever I find myself.
Great.
It's as simple as that. Do your best in whatever you're putting your hands to. And don't get fixated by that particular thing that you think you have to be. Other than that, you're lost.
I think over here, the dream job that we're talking about is, let's say you see me, I'm totally a motivational speaker, and you want to be like me, or you want to be a motivational speaker. That is what we mean by a dream job. Like someone is motivating you want to get to a place. Some people want to be like Auntie Joyce. Some people want to be like Gifty Auntie because they see on TV, I want to be a broadcaster. Somebody wants to be like Mike. It's not necessarily the profession that he's doing, but the icon, the sense of icon that he has become. Do you understand? You want to be a chief executive because Mike is a chief executive. So you don't have to be in his field per se. You may not want to be on GBC TV, but you want to be a broadcaster in a different way. So I believe when we say dream job, someone who is inspiring you or motivating you to get to a certain position. That is what I think I understand by dream job.
But I think what Mike is saying is that when you get there, it's only the beginning. There's so much more that you can do. And that don't get fixated and say, I want to be like Nanaya. I am also a motivational speaker. You see? But what else can you do? Because she does many things. So being the motivational speaker is only the beginning of several things. So stretch your mind. I think that's what Mike is saying.
I think on that note as well, you would want to find a mentor if you have identified somebody in whatever career you're aspiring to become. Like Michael was saying, how many of you are prepared to work for free? I am an SME. I can't afford to pay as much as Barclays Bank would pay you. But how many of you would walk up to me after this session and say, well, this is what I can offer you. I'm not expecting you to pay me, but you seem to be doing quite well in what you do. But I find that a lot of young people today are not prepared to do that.
When we advertise our roles, there is something that they ask that what are some of the previous skills and knowledge that you have that you think that you are qualified for this job. Now someone may say that I have not worked in a bank before. I've just completed school. I was doing my national service at the primary school. Now what the bank is looking at for is not your experience that you have in the bank, but when you were even in the primary school, what kind of skills did you develop from there? One, presentation skills, communication skills, networking skills. So I sit on the panel and I say, look, if this gentleman has these skills, it means if I employ him in my bank, he will use that his interpersonal skills, communication skills, and the networking skills to go talk to customers and bring them in for me.
Five, do you know how to use Microsoft Word? Beginner's level. 6, Do you know how to use Microsoft Excel, beginner's level? If you can do these 6 things, we can get you a job online. If you can't do any of these things, if you can't do these 6 things, I'm not so sure I can help you.
Resume writing, editing. This person is paying how much? Good. The job involves improving people's resumes so that they can have a better chance of getting a job. So you give you a lot of resumes, and then your job will be, rewriting this and helping the people see what it should be like.